Number one, Frankenstein's Monster. English author Mary Shelley published Frankenstein in 1818. The novel is about Victor Frankenstein, a scientist and madman. In his attempt to drown his sorrows from losing his mother to scarlet fever, Frankenstein dives into his work. Frankenstein seeks to create the perfect being. He is successful in building a creature by connecting many different human parts that he scavenged from graveyards. What he ends up animating does not please him and he abandons it. The monster tries to have a normal human life, but society harshly rejects him due to his appearance. After being rejected, he vows vengeance against all humanity. Frankenstein's monster is a strong monster, but can be killed the same way as a normal human being.
Number two, the Grim Reaper. The idea of the Grim Reaper originated in 14th century Europe following the Black Plague. The Grim Reaper is often thought to be literally death itself. After someone dies, the Grim Reaper is the being that guides those into the afterlife. While its only duty is to gather departed souls in order to make sure that they go to the correct place in the afterlife, the Grim Reaper is still a very intimidating creature. There are also stories of seeing the Reaper before death has occurred. The Grim Reaper resembles the skeleton of a human covered in a cloak and carrying the sick.
Number three, witch. Witches are women that harness the power of magic. Largely thought to be sinister, many women were accused of witchcraft and burned alive during the Salem witch trials in 1692 and 1693. While many of the powers that witches possess are capable of harm and cursing another being, there are also many harmless practices. Originally, witches were seen as nasty, hook nosed old women who used potions and spells to carry out their bad deeds. In more recent times, witches are simply women who possess the ability to harness magic, and they can be any age and look as normal and as beautiful as any other woman.
Number four, ghoul. Another undead, flesh eating monster is a ghoul. The difference is that a ghoul is not a picky eater. They will eat the living or feast on those already dead. They look similar to the once human form but appear more demonic. Some lore states that ghouls can shapeshift and will appear as the last thing they ate. The best protection from a ghoul is to decapitate them. They are similar to zombies. If their brain is damaged, they will die.
Number five, ghost. A ghost is a spirit of a once living being that was left behind. That spirit is now trapped in the realm of the living. Many stories say that the reason the spirit is still around is that it still has business to finish. Some of the first mentions of ghosts date back to the 16th century. Ghosts resemble their once physical form but are transparent and do not adhere to the laws of physics in the same way that humans do. They can float through solid objects and walls at will. Most ghosts haunt places that they were familiar with, even if that structure had been changed. There are ghosts that don't mean any harm and simply make their presence known by continuing their once daily activities, and then there are vengeful ghosts. Salt and iron can allegedly offer protection from these ghosts, but the way to rid their spirit from this world is to find their bodily remains, salt them, and burn them.
Number six, aliens. Aliens are also known as extraterrestrials. These terms refer to any being that did not originate on Earth. The first mention of aliens in modern science fiction was in the 1950s when the flying saucer phenomenon gained popularity, but there are plenty of legends surrounding these space monsters from much earlier. Aliens can range in appearance from tall, skinny, humanoid like creatures with pointy faces and large eyes to giant squid monsters. There are recorded sightings of unidentified flying objects in 214 BC Rome and Germany in 1561. There are plenty of invasion stories where aliens try to take over a planet and kill off its inhabitants. It is also theorized that there are peaceful beings that simply wish to coexist with others in the universe.
Number seven, poltergeist. A poltergeist is literally a noisy ghost. Their appearance is much like a ghost, although poltergeists can at times be invisible. Differing from regular ghosts, poltergeists are said to haunt a specific person and not a place. Stories of poltergeists gained popularity around the 17th century. They mostly caused disturbances by throwing objects, moving furniture, or making any number of loud noises. And remember, stay young and have fun.